Good morning and welcome to Do More Life. Today we're going to be talking about my story of how I got to Southeast Asia, how I became to live in Southeast Asia, and also another last minute with Reekay here. Reekay has been nice enough to join the chat, and he is going to give you his overview first because mine's going to take a little longer. I believe he is going to summarize. And good morning to Wilmore Height and Robert. It's good to see you guys. Brent, we see your comment in there, and hope you are in for the long haul. Hey, Earl, good to see you this morning. And everybody that's popping in the chat, I will get back to you. I'm going to let Reekay do his thing.
All right. I actually even set my alarm just to make sure I wouldn't miss this. Yeah, I was mentioning before we got when we were first just kind of like getting ready here. I went to bed about 2 a.m. working on some stuff and also a video I uploaded last night, and then got up at like 6 for no good reason. I slept like 4 hours. And so V's like all knocked out. She's already taken a nap. It's only like 10 a.m. But yeah, as far as how I ended up in the Philippines, I do have a link at my lifebeyondthesea.com website. I wrote a whole article about how I ended up in the Philippines. So you can get more details there. I'll kind of just give you the quick general idea here. But anyways, it all started in 2009, like 3 years before I even moved to the Philippines. And back then, I was not thinking about the Philippines at all. I wasn't thinking about leaving other than going to maybe Cancun or Acapulco. So I was almost going to relocate there. Glad I didn't. So I was running I'd already been divorced for about 3, 4 years and was running my computer repair business. I'd gotten out of real estate, and basically I was just delivering a laptop one day that I had repaired, and usually my clients either met at their office or we'd pick a restaurant in town, just meet up there. So they picked this Filipino restaurant, and I'd never been there before, and I was just knocked out by the Filipina that worked there. And she was one of the waitresses. Her sister was the owner. So it took me quite a while to go out with her. I mean, every customer coming in was wanting to go out with her. She's just beautiful, and so when I gave her my business card, she had and I'm not kidding, like a 1 inch stack of business cards from all these guys that had been hitting on her for weeks, and she just stuck my card in the stack. But I ate there. I ate dinner there for 5 weeks in a row, staying until closing time, which was like 11:30, and just so I could walk her to her car, get to know her sister. Eventually she started having lunch with me when it was really slow, and so finally after 5 weeks, we went out, and then we dated for 2 years. She was living in California, divorcing her American husband, and so we started seeing each other, and then she would stay like 2, 3 months in California, and then she would go back to Cebu because she was the one making all the money. She was
Right.
flipping houses all through Cebu, and so she over 14 years she just amassed a ton of money. And meanwhile, he was just collecting maybe 1,100 in Social Security, and he was blowing most of that buying phones and stuff for his girlfriends. So so she kept herself busy making money, and so she'd spend 2, 3 months with me in California, come back, run her business 2, 3 months in Cebu. We did that for about 2 years. And so right about 2011, in fact, it was July 4th. It was 4th of July, 2011, and I remember I just left. I spent the day over at an Indian reservation there in Temecula for their big powwow every year, and I was doing some photography, and then I went over to the casino, and I'd been talking to her on the phone, and I said, when are you going to just move and stay here in the United States? And she told me never. She goes, I got all this business going on in the Philippines. I can see you every 2 months. And here's an interesting thing about, there's so many misconceptions about Filipinas that they all want this and they all want that. Um, when I told her, I said, well, I really sucks that I'm going to all these nice places and you're not with me, during the 2 months that you're gone. I said, why don't you just move here permanent? Well, when that wasn't an option, she actually, on her own, she suggested, she said, well, why don't you find a part time girlfriend for when I'm not there? And then when I come back, tell her to go away and then we'll spend our time together. That way you have somebody with you all the time. Now, that was her idea.
Wow.
That was not my idea. That was her idea. And I was interested in, by 2 years, we were always been talking about getting married once her divorce was finalized. So,
Wow.
so what happened was I figured out, since she was never going to live in the United States, I thought, well, man, the only other solution is that I move to the Philippines so I can spend time with her full time. But, so I went into the Round Bar. Those who have been to Temecula know the Round Bar. It's this, big bar in the center of the casino. And I got up on the second floor and ordered some wine. And I told myself, I said, I am not leaving this bar until I make a decision to either break up with her or move to the Philippines. And yeah, I think I went through 3 glasses of wine, and it
Yeah,
was
that
about
probably helped.
almost two. It took me about 2.5 hours of doing nothing but thinking on that one idea, that one decision. And finally, after hashing it around, I thought, well, I could shut down my business. I have a lot of clients I can still service online. I didn't know Philippines kind of sucked for internet. I didn't know
Right.
anything. I didn't know anything about the Philippines. I thought it was like this big just jungle with an airstrip, like Guatemala or something. So, but I thought, well, whatever's there, I'll just deal with it. I'll just service my customers online, and I got some rental income coming, so I'll just make it work. And so then that's what led to me telling myself, okay, July 4th, 2011, I give myself 1 year to get all my ducks in a row, pay off all my debts, earn as much money as I can, literally strip everything down. I mean, I had like 2 blue totes that I got from Home Depot, and I put whatever I wanted to keep in there, stuck it in my mom's garage.
Right.
Everything else, I either gave away, sold, or what didn't, sell, I put on Craigslist, just take it away, and people just took it all away in like 2 hours. They figured they'd sort through it later. So in 1 year, I got all my ducks in a row, and by July 11th, the following year, I was on a plane to the Philippines.
Wow. That is probably one of the more interesting stories I've heard about how people get to come into places like this because number one, a for effort there definitely. Number two would be, I mean, you got to really be. I like your persistence because you got to sitting at the restaurant all night until closing, waiting on girls.
Well,
That's pretty cool, man.
I'm the type that, I know everybody's different, but I mean, I'm the type that I'm very selective. I don't, I might date any girl just for fun, whatever, but, if I'm not in a relationship, of course. But I mean, I'll date just for fun, whatever. But when I got it in my head, okay, I'm on the look for a relationship.
Right.
I'm highly selective, very picky. There's certain things they're deal breakers. I will not deal with it. And so it takes me a while to find, for me, my criteria for a relationship. But when I find it, I'm like, okay, this is hard to find. So I'm going to go all out 200%.
Right.
My second wife, when I met her through a mutual friend, um, she was from Mexico, from Tijuana, Mexico, and she didn't speak any English, none. And I didn't know that when I met her at a party. She was singing with the band, and I mean, everybody knew her. She was beautiful and tall, and God, just sang, and everybody knew her. It wasn't a party without her there. So
Right.
I was like, wow, who is that? So I went up to talk, or actually, I got her number, and then I called her like later in the week, and that's when I found out she didn't speak any English. you know. So I asked my mutual friend. She's like, "Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot to tell you, she doesn't speak any English." So I spent 3 months learning Spanish because I didn't know Spanish at the time. So I spent
Right.
3 months learning Spanish just so I could call her back and ask her out. And we talked for a month on the phone. I was using my computer to help me with the Spanish, translating what I thought I heard and what I wanted to say. And this was before
Right.
Google Translate was instant and all that,
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
back in like 1990 or something. And so 96. So we spent a month, doing that before we had our first date. And even then, my Spanish was like 30%, and there was no Google Translate, nothing. So, but we made it work. And within, I think, about 3 to 4 months after we started spending time together, I kicked it up to like 80% fluent in Spanish, you know.
That's
Um,
awesome, man.
so I don't know. I kind of like I said, I tend to go 200% if I really find what I'm looking for. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I won't even make the effort. It's like, oh, she smokes. Oh, she's got tattoo. Oh, she's got 4 kids. Whatever, we're done. Just
Yeah.
check, please. We're done. Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. And I always tell people, they say that having too many parameters for a girl is going to decrease your chances. I say that it doesn't matter, even if that is true, because um, ultimately, in the end, if they don't check the boxes that they're looking for, you're going to be unhappy anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It amazes me that people put more effort and are more selective about buying a car or switching jobs or taking on a business partner than they are about who they marry. I mean,
it's very
really,
true.
people put more effort into those things than they do the one person that they're going to try to live the rest of their life with. Now life is life and things happen, but I mean, as far as like doing the due diligence, geez, man, I ran into this Irish guy, real good guy, real friendly, big, giant Irish guy, and really hard to understand though. I mean, he was like from Ireland, and he
Right.
was retired expat, and I was at McDonald's at like almost midnight, and I ran into him there, and he recognized me from the channel, and we got to talking. Now it was his first year in the Philippines. Okay, keep that in mind. It's like
Hmm.
barely 12 months. He was already married with like a 7-month-old baby, which means he met and impregnated the first Filipina he met within 2 3 months, and then they got married. I mean, he only knew her like 2 3 months, and now here it
That's
is,
a little awkward.
barely 12 months later, and he's already married and baby, and he was happy as pie. He wasn't having any kind of buyer's remorse or anything. He was happy as pie, and he was loving it. But to me, it's like, wow, that is like a huge life decision to make, and you're barely 3 months in country, a whole other country. No, there's
I
no
see
there's no way I'll
guys.
do that.
Yeah, I see guys do that a lot though, Reekay. I see them do it here in Thailand. I saw it happen much more in the Philippines.
Hmm.
I was talking to Steve Montelli the other day. We were discussing a few Philippine topics, and he was just like, for for a man, everything is easier in the Philippines than it is
Yeah.
for like an expat woman, for example.
Right.
And people move to Southeast Asia uh, because either they want lower cost of living,
Hmm.
or more likely, if you're a man and moves to Southeast Asia, you're probably looking for a relationship, one that you can't find. And Carl, I'm gonna put his comment up right quick. He's talking about being done with American women,
Yeah.
and and the male hatred there. And I understand where he's coming from, because I have no. That's one reason Carl's comment is why I have no reason to go back.
Hmm.
And there's a comment for you, Ricky.
Oh, let me get my glasses on here. Let's see. How's your buddy? Oh, my buddy Jamrock, Orville Henry. doing in Dumaguete. Love the food there. He had his restaurant over at the Hayahai, which is on the north end of Silliman Beach. Actually, yeah, south end of Silliman Beach, but north end of the boardwalk. But then of course the quarantine hit. So I haven't heard from him in about, at least a month and a half or so. But he was doing delivery, during the quarantine. He was doing delivery, and he makes like the greatest, Jamaican jerk chicken and all that stuff, the patties and curry goat, really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So now that everything is going to GQ here Monday, he should be able to open up along with all the other restaurants and kind of get back on his feet again. And so I encourage anybody that's in Dumaguete, go down to the Hayahai, check out Orville, Jamrock. You'll see the brightly lit reggae banner and everything. And just stop in for some lunch or dinner. Help him get back on his feet again, because he's got a great thing going, really great thing going.
Cool. I had not heard of that place. Of all the places I did not go when I was in the Philippines was Dumaguete. And I heard that it was like rampant with expats, and I thought that would be
It is.
At first, I thought it would be a great place to go, because I remember seeing Montelli was recording a video, and you were there, and
in fact, a lot of us. Asia Unscripted was there. A bunch of my friends, about 20 or 30 of my friends were there. Bud Brown was there. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing that video, and I was like, I want to know these guys so I can hang out with them. You guys were talking about like information. You were passing along information to each other, and I thought, that would be so helpful. But that's one reason I think I like this. I like this collaborate, not confrontate. Kind of mood that's being set between certain demographic of vloggers now. Seems to be working out well for everybody as far as
well, that was something that I felt was lacking since like a year and a half ago. Is like most people know, I've had to deal with trolls for like the last 7 years. The first year nobody paid attention to me, but a year and a half ago, after my worst troll ended up homeless out there in Texas somewhere, he just hangs from like one homeless shelter to another. Well, after that, when he went away, and then I moved to Vietnam, and then now I had a new troll just because he considered Vietnam was like his territory somehow. So he started, and who I'm talking about. He's out there.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
So anyway, so right about when I got to Vietnam, I started thinking, I've been dealing with these guys. I mean, I had talked to like online and private messages. I'd been talking to Bud and to Ned and to Mike Kaysen and the guys, and I said, okay, let's all be unified on this. Let's not give out their names. Let's give them no limelight. Let's not do response videos. Let's just ignore them. Let's just starve them out, is what I told them. Let's starve them out. And it worked, because we took away from them the one thing they wanted, which was attention and our viewers. So, but the thing is, a year and a half ago, then I got to Vietnam, and I started thinking, why should I be dealing with these trolls and stuff just on my own? If he attacks, because there's a lot of good vloggers out there, and a lot of them are now at the everything-asia.com site.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, why should any of us have to put up with this nonsense alone? We're just trying to do our thing and all that. So that's when I started getting the idea for everything-asia.com was, okay, if we could somehow get all the different vloggers, not just from Philippines, but from Thailand, Vietnam, the whole Southeast Asia area, if we could somehow bring them together, not that they have to rely on each other, but just identify as a group, it would go a long way. So I built the Everything-Asia site for that. And then, as you know, we've got our own private PM group that we trade. We know who to block. We know what's going on. We keep each other informed, and this way, we're working as a whole, even though independently we're still doing our own thing. So I'm glad it's gotten to this point now. Yeah, I'm glad it's
Yeah.
gotten to this point now, and now the majority of vloggers, the ones that are on the radar, now we're more of a like there's a solidarity there. We're all kind of like we're in this together now. So pretty much now the
Exactly.
trolls are outnumbered. You know, they're
Yeah.
hugely
Oh yeah.
outnumbered.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's like 25 of us just on the Everything Asia site. You
Right.
know, so their little juvenile antics pretty much go unnoticed. Um, Here's some good numbers because you know it's easy to claim this, claim that, but
Yeah.
my numbers of new subs per month has gone up and up and up. You know,
Uh huh.
like for this last month, it was over 860 for the last 228 or for the last 228 days.
Right.
These trolls are having no effect on us, really. I mean, they're
Exactly.
reaching maybe 1,000 people. And most of those are just curious looking in, like, oh, I thought this was going to be about Reekay or whatever.
Right.
And then they realize, oh, well, this guy's an idiot. And then, so now, what the trolls have effectively done is ruined their own credibility. You know,
Exactly.
if they have to resort to attacking this vlogger, that vlogger, that vlogger, that vlogger to get some views, well, obviously they have no talent and no content. Otherwise, they'd be doing it. So, you know, so now I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad now that we're all kind of like on the same page. We're
Right.
sharing information, and not just about them. I mean, you know, like StreamYard. I mean, you know, we all had that conversation about which
Yeah.
was the best OBS software to go with, and the majority of us came to the conclusion, well, StreamYard's easy to use, and you
Yep.
know, it's web based, and so most of us are using it now.
Yeah.
So it's
We
good to
are.
be able to, you know, we'll share Reddit type, you know, or Reddit articles about YouTube, and so it's
Mhm.
been a good thing now to share all this good information.
I have to agree, and I think the private message group that was set up and the things that the information that we are able to share in there is probably one of the most helpful things. And you were talking about subscribers going up and up and up. I haven't had a negative subscriber month in. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know when the last time I had negative subscribers were. It's
yeah.
been forever.
Yeah, and
And
here's the thing: is just to interject for a moment. You know, I'm not into just claiming things. You know, anybody that wants to fact check me, go to
yeah,
socialblade.com. You'll see. I'm not making this
mhm,
up, and they can
exactly.
check yours, whatever. You know, and you can look
Yeah,
at the social blade of the troll channels too, and you'll see they're pretty much flatline. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
right.
Just with sheer time, maybe eventually they'll meet the monetization level, but again, all that is in jeopardy because now, as they do hate videos, well, we're all
Yep,
going to talk about it. We're going to flag it. We're going to report it. Not
that's right.
harassment, but just defending ourselves. So,
Exactly.
again, I'm not making this stuff up. Anybody can go to socialblade.com, check out my channel, your channel, any of these troll channels, and you'll see the numbers are there. They're not affecting us. Our channels
No,
are growing and growing and growing. So they're they're like little fleas or mosquitoes. They're just an annoyance once in a while, really.
exactly. And my moderators on this channel are so good that when a troll comes in, I don't even have time to like
Yeah,
grab a screenshot of their URL or
yeah,
whatever. They're, they're gone. I mean,
yeah. It's like we call it a whack a troll.
like that's it. That's it for sure. I'm going to get started telling my story,
Yeah.
Reekay. You might hang around. Or you going? I know you have stuff you need to do. So if you need to go, that's totally cool.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
going to work on a new project I'm doing, totally not Philippines related, just some other project. I've been meaning to do it for like a year, and now that I got all this quarantine time, I'm like, I really should be productive. So, but
right.
hey, thanks for having me on, though.
No, Ricky, I thank you so much for coming on, especially at last minute, man. That's a
Yeah.
tough one to get, and I appreciate you coming on, telling your story, and
Hmm?
us having a little bit of conversation. If I hadn't have titled this what I titled it, I almost thought about titling this open discussion. I would probably
Hmm.
had you hanging around for a long time. And we could just talk. But yeah,
Hmm.
anyway, you have things to do. So thank you so
All
much for
right.
coming on. I really appreciate it, man. And I'll see you in the chats.
All right. All right. See you then. Bye bye.
Take care, man. Bye bye. Alrighty, do more lifers and anybody that's coming over from Reekay's channel. Thank you guys for coming in. Go more hike. I see you, boy. I'm gonna go back up here. Brent Edwards, I heard your comment loud and clear, and I thank you for it. Hike says, hello world. He has been hello. There's Mohammed in here. Hi, Mohammed. Cody, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Scott P is in the house. We have a Jamaris Walker, and it's good to see you as well. And this is Mr. Guy, as I like to call him. So I'm glad he's in the house for sure. And one of my main men right here, Mr. Roger McGee. Good to see you this morning. What else we got? I just want to catch up on a few things. I like Ross's comment here. Said Lenny Kravitz said it best: American women stay away from me. And that is that so true, as Carl does agree with you, by the way. So I thought that was very interesting. And Gregory made a comment. He's our newest channel member. He says, what up from Brooklyn? Who this? First of all, thanks for coming in, Gregory. I appreciate it, bro. That was Reekay. His name is Henry, and he's a Philippine vlogger. He's got about 60 or 70 something thousand subscribers. He's been doing this for a long time, and recently I just hooked up with him and a couple other vloggers, and we've been having good conversation, everything else. Carl K says, I just want freedom and quiet. I know, man. Mine too. I like this comment Ross put up as well. My Thai wife is half the size and twice the woman my last American was. That's so true. MedTech's got a good point. What do the trolls do other than thumb down? That's about all they can do these days. They talk to themselves in their little circles about vloggers, so no big deal. I hope that comment got blocked. The Ohio, I mean, my Mr. Guy. Yeah, I can't really leave that one on there, but okay, Robert's already taken it away. I will give you my thoughts on that, and my thoughts on that are this. It's about damn time. That's it. It's about time. And I'm really glad to see the step in there, because there has been a massive need for this for a long, long time. Let's see. Robert Mack. Robert Mack is in the house. What's up, Robert Mack? Good to see you, man. I am still waiting on you to be a channel member because you are here all the time. Are you experienced? Whack-a-mole. I hear you. Dude, thank you for being in here. I really appreciate it. Somebody do me a favor and throw a PayPal link, because I'm about to get into my part, and it's going to take a little while. And my plan is to leave my house, if it's not raining, to leave my house after this live stream and go get the camera. That's my plan. As of right now. MedTech says, but what are trolls doing? I don't understand. Oh, just their normal nonsense. Normal nonsense, that's all. Let's see here. Ralph says, MedTech. Oop, what happened? Where'd it go? MedTech, JC can tell you of the PayPal nonsense. A troll calls it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So basically, this troll who was sent by another person that doesn't like me, got on my PayPal account and was sending 5-cent PayPals and 3-cent PayPals and PayPals and bot, like 5.55 bot and everything. So I was having to delete it real quick, and it was actually costing me money. It wound up costing me about $25 doing all the deletions. He was sending them the entire live stream the whole time. And I called PayPal, didn't know what else to do. And they were like, well, there's no way you can block them, so you're just going to have to report them and let us handle it. there was a way I could block him, and I did. And yeah, that's what trolls do. Stuff like that. Let's see. Go More Hike says his energy is so low, about to fall asleep already. Well, you need to grab some uh, vitamin Red Bull or something like that, and come on, you get back up with it. We need to hook you up with a hottie. Cody, you have never been more right in your life. I am definitely on the look. And I certainly hope I find something stable sometime really soon. Trolls are the equivalent of American men. That's true. That's true in many cases. There you go, Robert. And that is the entire link. I can see it on StreamYard. Let me see if I can see it on YouTube. Should be. Yeah, so it doesn't show up on YouTube, but the whole link is there. So if you click it, it should take you to the PayPal section. Mad Max says, "Hi, mate. What do you say about PayPal? Oh no, not PayPal. Hi, mate. September. Yahoo. Confirm. Should be good because Pattaya is opening on June the 1st. From what I hear." That's what I read in the Pattaya news this morning, and I like that. Yeah, tell him, Cody. Hike, try the B12 energy drinks for sure. And Are You Experienced says, Maggie has 3 friends that are looking for a boyfriend. I recommended you. Hey, good job. Are You Experienced? I appreciate that, man. That would be wonderful. I hope to hear from somebody. That would be great, man. That would be absolutely fantastic. What did Ross say? JC, I was at Eyeglass Shop this week. All the girls spoke English and were very flirty. Good place to meet an educated woman. That's interesting. That's a very good point, Ross. Very good point. Good. Hike says, yeah, a good lady like Maggie would be perfect. I agree. I'm looking, guys. What's up, Brian Mitchell? I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. That AO guy is the biggest troll out there. I don't know who. Oh, yes, I do. I know who AO is. He's we didn't even let him comment too much on this channel. We blocked him immediately. Irish Mary says they were interested that you live in Thailand. That's good, man. I'm not going anywhere. I live here, and I am really looking for a good Thai lady, and that is no joke. Cody says 3 is too many, or is it not? I just need one, just one. Only looking for one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start talking about my experience on how I got here. So if you've never heard it before, it's kind of interesting. And if you have heard it before, then listen to this, because I'm going to tell you the whole entire everything around it. Like I'm going to do a deep dive, basically, is what it amounts to. Sorry, I was just checking PayPal to see if anybody had done anything over there, started a challenge or anything like that. Okay, now, I was 30 when I started college, 30 years old when I started college. And in sometime during the summer of 2014, I went to Peru. And if you're members, if you're a channel member, yeah, I'm definitely representing, Carl, North Carolina. Excuse me. I went on a trip to Peru. If you're a channel member, of this channel, you got to see one of the pictures from Peru, and I'll be putting some more up sometime soon. By the way, most of you guys that signed up should have gotten your DoMoreLife.life emails. So now, let me just make this announcement real quick before we get bigger. If you become a channel member, it's $2.99 a month, $3. You get status updates in the members only area. You get photos in the members only area. You get short, informative, or explanatory videos in the members only area. You get your own DoMoreLife.life email address. So you can always keep up with what's going on this channel. So for $2.99 a month, if you're interested in becoming a channel member, I strongly encourage you to do so, because they also get to vote. This is something else. They also get to vote on content, and whatever they vote on is the content that I come out with, because that's my main core, my main base, and that's who I cater to the most. Did I see Stuck in Florida somewhere? I thought I saw his symbol somewhere. I hope he's in there. Cody said that could swing a 9.2 in 3 minutes for me. I hear you, brother. All right, so I'm in college. I'm 30 years old. Oh no, it doesn't come with the free ticket to Thailand, but eventually I have something planned similar like that, where we have like a raffle, and somebody would like win the raffle, and maybe it pays for the airfare or the hotel stay or something like that. I don't know. That'll be long down the road from now. What I do want to tell you is after that trip in 2014, what MedTech said, can you tell the story about the vlogger that punched a troll in the face? I can't tell that story. I can't tell that story. I've seen the video, but I can't tell that story. So while I was in Peru, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I went to Machu Picchu. I went to all these old ruins in Peru. I can't remember the name of everything, but I went to all the circular where they had the divided layers so they could plant and harvest year round. If you went down each step, it was exactly 1 degree cooler until you got to the bottom. So every step was 1 degree cooler, no matter where the sun was. It was amazing. I saw my first sundial, an actual rock that was set up for the sun, and it was marked to tell you what time it was during the day. Unbelievable. Saw some of the most interesting things I have ever seen in my entire life in Peru, and I was like, dude, I got to travel. I've got to travel. And that's when I decided, okay, what kind of countries should I travel to, or where should I go? And I jumped on the internet and I started looking. The first place I looked was Colombia, because I really wanted to go to Colombia. And I found out that it was just going to be just a little too expensive and maybe just a little too dangerous for my taste. So I was looking around Southeast Asia, and I happened to run across this vlog, and it was Steve Montelli. That was his. It was one of his vlogs, and he was in the Philippines, and he was talking about the Philippines. So I watched him for a long time, and I found others like Reekay. It's not hard to find Reekay if you type in anything about the Philippines. I found Reekay and him, and I unfortunately found a few other vloggers that turned into be just complete sociopaths. But that's beside the point. But I met some good people. And I decided, I was like, look, on my Christmas break, the year I was graduating from college, I was going to go to the Philippines to see if I could live there. And I went. Everybody recommends a month to stay, to really get to know the environment, that kind of thing. I went there with purpose. My purpose was to see what the cost of living was roughly going to be, see what the healthcare system was like, go to an actual doctor so that I could see if I could get the medication I needed, and to find out what city I wanted to stay in, and whether or not I thought the internet was good enough, and the city was good enough, the people were good enough. And I came to the conclusion, all the boxes were checked. So and I did all that in 5 days. I came back to America, finished my last semester of college, and about, I think it was 3 days. It was either 3 days or 5 days. I can't remember. 3 to 5 days after I went, um, or excuse me, 3 to 5 days after I graduated college, I left for the Philippines. And I have been in Southeast Asia ever since. That was in July of 2017. I spent 9 months in the Philippines. I spent 4 months, which is where Reekay is at now, in Cebu, almost at the same place that I mean, if I lived there now, I would be like just right around the corner from where Reekay is. So I lived there and I loved Cebu. But as a person who had never really, because of my 20s, and I destroyed my 20s, I didn't learn how to be an adult in my 20s. Because I had done that, I didn't know how to manage money. I didn't know anything about saving money. I didn't know anything about saving to acquire what you want. I didn't know anything about that stuff. So what eventually happened was I came to meet another vlogger that lived up north, and I went up north to stay with him and his friend, and that was probably the worst decision I ever made, because that's what made me leave the Philippines. I probably would have still been in the Philippines had it not been for those two factors. So that's kind of what happened there. The situation wasn't improving after 9 months, so I got on the plane and I came to Thailand. And Thailand is so good. Yes, Montelli, you can say whatever you want to, because can I say the horn honking? There's a lot of horn honking on there. Did you just hear me say that the first Philippine vlog was yours that I saw before I decided to move over here? Not that I want to give you credit for anything, but I just thought you should know. But if I would have stayed, I love Cebu, and I would have stayed there. I didn't realize how good I had it in Cebu until I moved up north into the Nueva Vizcaya region. That is a very, very poor. Yeah, sorry about that. That's hilarious. Uh, I just didn't. I had a bad experience up there. Now I got to see some places like Baguio or Baguio, however you want to pronounce it. I saw Clark. I saw Angeles. I saw several little towns that are little municipalities that I never would have gotten to see otherwise. They're stuck. I was just asking if anybody has seen you. You make a good point here, so I'm gonna put this up. He says, backhandedly, it may have been your best decision to move north to be with your troublesome friend. I have to say, I think it was, because it brought me to Thailand, and I have been in Thailand not 9 months, but 2 years and more than 1 month now. So when I came to Thailand, I was still on the yes, like button is good for the culture. Thank you, Stuck in Florida. By the way, we have only 12 likes in here, and we have 5 thumbs down, which I have no idea why we have 5 thumbs down. But I won't stop the live stream until we get at least 40 likes. 40 likes. I will keep it going as long as I have to. So 40 likes, 40 likes, 40 likes. That's what we're out for. But yeah, you got it right, Matt Tech. I would have done. I would not have done myself any favors by continuing to live in the Philippines. What I did do was when I got to Thailand, I was already familiar with Southeast Asian culture. However, I did not speak Thai. That's a big difference in coming to Thailand and going to the Philippines. When you, most people, especially in larger cities in the Philippines, can speak English. Many people, when you get out into the rural areas, don't speak English, or if they do, it's very minimal. Some of that kind of applies in Thailand as well. If you're in, like, I'm in Bangkok, right? Bangkok, Thailand, right now. I can go out and pretty much get just about everybody speaks some sort of English here, and it's good. It's very, very good. Uh, Yes, our experience is put up the PayPal link and says challenges accepted. Five, five, five. That's good. So if anybody wants to start a PayPal challenge, that would be awesome. That would put the icing on my cake for, or super chats, whatever. That would put icing on the cake for right before I go to get this camera, because I'm very excited about going to get this camera. We've been talking about it forever, and I finally have the money to do it. So time to do it. But anyway, I left. I went to Manila. I traveled around the Philippines and went to Cabanatuan and some other places there, which I thought were fantastic places. I traveled once a month because that's what my budget would allow me to do. At the time, I was still on disability, so I didn't have to work. And thankfully, because it's very hard to get a work authorization or any kind of job that pays any money for a foreigner in the Philippines. So coming into Thailand, I was still on the government assistance from the United States, and I knew that I was to the point where I wanted to not be on government assistance anymore. Like, because there's for people that don't know, when you're on like SSDI or something like that, well, not something like that. When you're on that, there's a very limited amount of anything that can be considered work that you can do. There's a 9-month trial period that you go through where you can make as much as you want to make and all that stuff. After that, there's supposed to be 36 months where if you keep it under whatever. Hey, Jim, good to see you, bro. Are you experienced? Just put out the PayPal link and put out anybody want to start challenges. So you picked a good time to come in. You are the challenge king, my friend. And I was talking about my plan for today is to go buy my camera. So icing on the cake, buddy. Icing on the cake. Anyway, so when you're on that kind of stuff, there's a certain process you have to go through, and I went through. I immediately got a job about 2 weeks after I was here in Thailand, and it was in Rayong. So I went to Rayong and went to work in Rayong, and after the 9 months was up, that was it. No more government, nothing. I was making a living, and am still making a living teaching and YouTubing. So that it is what it is. Jim has got a challenge. That's like 12 minutes, I think. From now till 11 p.m. my time, I'm doing 10 for 10. Every $10 you get, I send you 10. Boom. Jim has made the PayPal, or I assume he would do the same for Super Chat, I think. And we will see what happens. We'll go over to PayPal and we will watch and observe and see what happens. Okay, so coming to Thailand, when I was in the Philippines, I had one girlfriend. We broke up. Then I had one sort of girlfriend. Then I had another long-term girlfriend up north. All of those got blown out of the water by expat trolls. So the expats in the Philippines, there are many great expats in the Philippines, but you also tend to find kind of the bottom of the barrel. But you can find that here too. It's sad, but it's true. My life here in Thailand has been much better than the quality of life was in the Philippines. That's not saying anything bad about the Filipino people in any way, form, or fashion. It's just that this is a more comfortable fit for me, and that's why I love Thailand. There's so much to see here. There was so much I didn't get to see in the Philippines, and I was mad that I didn't get to see all the stuff I wanted in the Philippines. So let me go through some comments here, and we'll see. Stuck in Florida is just sitting down for dinner. Unfortunately, man, that's a late dinner. You must have been busy, man. Our experiences, hey bro. Oh, Robert Mack is saying, hey bro, to Robert is saying, are you? Yeah, he's talking. Are you experienced? Matt Tech wants to know, when did you study for TEFL? When I was in the Philippines, I took an online course. Saying hello again. What we got? Montelli says the best thing you ever did was get out of the Philippines. You're probably right, Montelli. You're probably right. So at this point right here, I'm going to you're free to ask questions. We can have an open conversation, but we only have 21 likes, and I'm not cutting off the live stream until we have 40. So if that means that we have to go till 12, and I have to get up or I have to pick up some new members or whatever, it's all good, no problem. And our experience has thrown up the PayPal link in case you want to get the challenge started. That would be great. Absolutely great. My mother sent me a message. Hang on one second. I'm live on YouTube right now, period. I will return your message. Period. Okay, so that's how that works. I want to close this out. It looks like we have a PayPal that came in. Give me 1 second and let's see. And that's from Jim. Thank you, Mr. Jim. Thank you, sir. Jim has come in with $10. $10. And you can see it. I don't know why my email's not working, but like you can see, I'm trying to get it up here. I think if I cover all this up, you can probably see. Yeah, like that. Cool. 941 is because they take their 3%. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it very much, brother. Appreciate you. That was something else. Sorry. So Jim got it kicked off, and I appreciate that. You have to pay. Steve Montella says you have to pay Jeremy $2 for calling me old. I like that. Brian says, I remember. Let me put him up here. I remember a vlog where you were walking down a road in a Philippine province. I could tell that you were getting ready for a change. That was probably when I was in Bambang, because I lived in Solano first, and then I moved to Bambang, which is where my girlfriend's hometown was. And yes, the whole time I was in Bambang, I was very much looking forward to a change. I didn't know what that change was going to be, but I was definitely looking forward to a change for sure. And I was glad that I got out of there when I did, because it just made life better. It really did. Even when I landed here in Thailand, the only thing I had planned was a Airbnb, and hit the ground walking. So that's what I did. I got an Airbnb. I just beat the pavement for 2 days. On the second day, I found a condo to live in. That's the one that's got the 6,000 baht a month video that a lot of people asked me about. It was only 6,000 baht a month. It was in right outside of Bangkok, but it was right at a MRT station, so I could get anywhere I wanted to. It was beautiful. I loved it. And then I got the job in Rayong, so I had to move. Spent 16 months in Rayong, and I've been back in Bangkok now, believe it or not, since September of last year. I can't believe it's gonna be a year I've been back in Bangkok, and it feels like I've just moved here. So, wow. Let's see. Stuck in Florida says, "Okay, I can call Steve old 5 more times. 4 more. Sorry." I love that. That was great. Are you experienced? Says Cheryl Crow says a change will do you good. Cheryl Crow is right. Changes are a good thing for sure. And this is a question I get asked a lot, which is a great question because it makes sense. Were you teaching in PI? No, sir, I was not. I was not teaching in the Philippines. I wasn't working at all, which is why I was able to put out so many vlogs, and they were all outside and that kind of thing. Which is why I can't wait to go get the camera today, guys. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Like, to spend that much money on something makes you a little bit nervous, but at the same time, you know, you get what you have to take a risk. You have to take a risk. And Mr. Stuck, I believe you just sent $10. Thank you very much, Roger McGee. Oh, Roger. Roger just busted it up with $20. I'm trying to figure out how to show you this without showing you their names. Let's see details, but I got to cover his name up. Well, just trust me, guys. Stuck sent $10. There is, I think I can do it like this, maybe. Oops, hang on. Can you guys see Roger's money right there? Yep. $20 from Roger. You're awesome, Roger. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that so much. And we are approaching a good round number. For my PayPal balance, if you guys are interested in making a contribution to the equipment for the channel, $24 remaining would get me to an even number for the PayPal balance, and that would help out a lot. But again, just letting you know. Who do we have here? We have Charles. Charles, how did you like Rayong? I didn't like Rayong, personally. I didn't like it. A lot of people do, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the city to town. There was only one beach that I liked. I did like Ross being there. After I found out Ross was there, I really found some things out about Rayong that I didn't know, and it was very, very helpful. So, but for most people that go to Rayong, it's nice. It's a good place to retire if you want to retire. A great place to retire. Stuck says if you're old like Steve Montelli and you change from underwear to diapers, that may not be a good change. Good one, Stuck. Good one. I love it. Cody says, so what all is opening up on June 1st? Everything? No, not everything. The only thing I know of for sure is Pattaya beaches are opening up. So I'm not sure. Montelli says, come on, somebody call me old and pay Jeremy $2. That's the deal. I love it. Montelli's getting involved in all the good stuff over here. There is Mr. Max. What's up, Mad Max? He says, ready to walk out the door. Fly to work. All the best, mate. And everybody, bye. All right. We'll see you. I guess you're talking about coming to Thailand. I'm sure. Ross is going to comment on anytime Brown is brought up. Ross is going to comment on, and I like it when he does because he has a very different perspective from mine. He's talking to Charles. Says Round is a place where having a Thai partner makes it much better. I would agree with that. I wish I would have had one for sure. Montelli says, Stuck, you've got to pay Jeremy for that insult. So bar's still closed. Cody says, as far as I know, yes. As far as I know. Let's see. He played, yeah, Stuck. It says Steve Montelli, I paid up front for that one. He did. That's true. Ross has got some. Hang on. Ross has got some info. Rayong beaches were closed from 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. Interesting. That's the PayPal link in case you guys want to get in on the challenge. Montelli says, damn it, Stuck, pay it forward. I love it. Stuck says, I have 3 more on credit. That's awesome. And are your experiences just laughing at all this? Still 11 p.m. curfew as of right now, says Ross. Jim, what's up, Jim? I just sent you 3 10s back to back. Let me see. Yes, you did. 3 10s back to back, matching all that up. Awesome stuff, dude. Awesome stuff. Good job, Jim. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. Cody says, yeah, Jim puts together these challenges and they usually rock. So I'm very, very glad that that we have Jim in the house for sure. He did a good job. Cody says, Steve is like a young George Burns. Our experience says Ross' wife makes him come home at 9 p.m. Never mind the 11 p.m. curfew. Ross's wife is awesome. If you guys ever get a chance to meet her, she's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. And just all around wonderful person. Speaking of all that stuff that happened in Rayong, I renewed my insurance for another year through AIA. In case you guys didn't know, the total cost was just for both policies, for the accidental 1 million baht coverage and for the doctors and hospitals 1 million baht coverage. The total cost was just a little over 30, or right at 33,000 baht. So, pretty good stuff. And I'm very happy. Stuck in Florida says, oh, whoops, the book code's up. Came in too fast. Stuck in Florida says, Ross and Ryan, hello, sir. Hope all is well with you and your family. And I agree. That's for sure. Jim says, if you would read that, I extended that to 11:20 p.m. on my first one I sent 10:40. I pulled up the details, brother, and it didn't. It's because it's not sending me that. Like, I get the emails when the chats are over. Oh, I see right here. Okay, I'm extending that till 11:20 my time, 10 for 10. Okay, I got you, Jim. I didn't see that because I'm not used to looking at it like this. Because if I hold it up, it shows you, and then it says the fee, and it's got your address and stuff down here. So I'm not like work my hands covering. It's got all that stuff on it. So I didn't want to show that out, and I didn't read the little note there. My apologies, sir. Hang on, I got behind in comments. Okay, Cody says, when I meet Ross, I'm looking for a 90s pager hooked to a belt loop. That's funny. Please forgive repeated question, Matt Tech said, but I was interrupted here. When did you study for the TEFL? When I was in the Philippines. And I did it online. Sorry about that, Matt Tech. Ross has no curfew. He chooses to be home at night, so he does not have to hear his wife complain. And that's funny. It's probably a good thing too. Um, let's see, our experience is laughing at Ross. Steve Montelli says AIA 33,000 baht. Have to write that down. That's acceptable to Thai immigration. Yeah, oh yeah, that would definitely be. But your premium will be a lot higher because, well, not a lot higher, but you're you're pretty old, dude. So it's. I mean, you're gonna pay more money. I'm sorry, Montelli. I love you, man, but you're old. That that guy. That guy says, Jeremy, does your insurance cover you at all if you visit the USA? I think it's only if I think it would cover me in other countries only if I'm going to die. Like if if I have an emergency and if they don't use the insurance, then the doctor's saying I'm definitely going to die. Then I can use it. Otherwise, no. Good question though. Good question. Consider becoming a member. It's only $2.99, guys. Consider becoming a member of the channel. I mean, just hit the join button below and look at the perks. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get updates for members only, which means you, if you're a member only, you're going to get photos. You're going to get some behind the scenes stuff. You're going to get some very short videos that are informative and made just for you guys. You're going to get to vote on the content. Most of the content that comes out of the or comes to this channel. Also, we now have DoMoreLife emails, DoMoreLife.life email set up, and I think everybody everybody that inquired about their email got one. So you can send me an email, Jeremy at DoMoreLife.life, and if you're a new channel member and don't have an email and would like one, you can get it. You can get it. But thanks for reminding our experience. Carl says, so are those TEFL courses available on Groupon worth even dealing with? You in the Philippines said to be careful who you get certified by. Yeah, they are. Because I got my certification through a Groupon course or through a Groupon, and which led me to a accredited school. They have the same accreditation that if you were to land in Britain and take a TEFL there, or do a TEFL there, I'm sorry, it would be basically it's the same thing. They have the same accreditation sticker. So I knew it worked. I called and verified it first. Montelli's having a problem there. Ross says it does not, JC. What it does not? I don't know. Oh, the insurance. Okay, that's cool. Steve is about to ground you, Jay. It's all good. Lyle says, JC, send yourself $2. Send myself $2. I'm not sure I know how to do that. Roger McGee says, thumbs up, numbnuts. I love that because I'm not stopping the stream until we get 40 and we only have 19. So we're going to have to get 40, guys. We're going to have to get 40 likes before I close the stream down, or I'll just leave it running until we do. Our experience is $2.99. That's only one Starbucks coffee. That's not even a whole cup of Starbucks coffee, to be honest with you. It's really not. It's a very good price for what you get. Very good price for what you get. Let's see here. Jim said, what did Jim say? Jeremy just called you old. He has to pay himself $2. Wait, no. This is my channel. I get to call people old. It's all good. Gregory says, oh wait, what did Steve Cody say? Steve just don't ground JC from his cameras. That's for sure. Montel says Jim is right. Jeremy has to pay himself $2. No, I get to call you old with no penalty because that's what I do. That guy says, I swear everyone in this group has a wrench and you're all trolling each other. LOL. we're not trolling each other. We're having fun. That's a big difference. Big difference. Jim says, "Come on, guys, dig in those pockets and make me pay." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Jim. Montelli says, "You want to call me? Oh, the price just went up to $5. You have to pay Jeremy." There you go. I like that, Montelli. I like the way you think. Cody says Starbucks will pour half your coffee away if you only have $3. That's so true. So true. Ross says $2 will get you noodle soup and a bottle of water and still have change. Very true. Very, very true. Stuck in Florida. Hello to Roger McGee. There's Roger McGee saying, "Hey, back." Ross says Montelli is not old if you compare him to the age of the earth. That was a good one. That was a good one right there. That was a good one. Very good. Very good. I love that. Good comment, Ross. That was great. So anyway, looking at my PayPal round off number, that would remain at $24. Would be awesome, because Jim just after Jim's contribution, that would still give me a nice round number, and I just like nice round numbers. I don't know what it is about nice round numbers, but let's see how many likes we have so far. We only got 21. Got to get to 40. Got to get to 40. You guys got to invite some people in and tell them to hit the thumbs up button, man. Let's see. What Jim say? See. Look, here comes the emails right now of you guys sending in money. Right. Just got the first one. When Roger sent us 20, there you go. Just now coming in. So I don't know why it takes so long for the emails to come in anymore like it used to. But it does. So I'm not sure what's going on or why it's happening, but it definitely is happening. Where was I at? Jim says, in my previous message should have said, "Hey, Steve Montelli, Jeremy just called you old. Does that mean he has to pay himself to?" I'm exempt. Ross and Rayon, okay, geologically speaking, Steve Montelli is not that old. Geologically speaking, that's awesome. Hello, Mr. Drift In. Cody says schools didn't have history to teach until Steve was 35. Somehow my story of getting to Thailand has become the Bash on Montelli live stream, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah, that is funny. Cody said when Steve met Mr. Clean, he had an afro. That's funny. He says, "Okay, I'm done." So funny. So funny. So funny. Ross and Real says it can be setting on your phone, only checking for mail every 10 minutes instead of 1 to 5 minutes. This is great. Montelli says, as long as you spell my name right, it's all good. Prices is going up quickly. Very funny. Very, very funny. You guys are cracking me up. At least we're having a good, fun live stream here talking about a little bit of nothing. Hey, Matthew. How are you, man? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Be sure to hit the like button because we're not stopping the live stream until we get 40 likes. Right now, we only have 22, and we're going for 40. Going for 40. We're going to get up to that 42. We got up to 35 yesterday, and I got more people watching today, so we should be able to get 40. I think you guys can do it. You can do it. I have the faith in you. I wonder if anybody's going to say anything else about Montelli. That would be awesome. But it's good to see you, Matthew. Welcome to the chat. I'm not sure if I've seen you before. All right, so what else we got going on? Camera buying looks like it's going to happen today because the skies are just very hazy. It doesn't look like it's raining outside yet, so that's a good thing. If worst comes to worst, I'll go tomorrow. That's not a big deal. But I definitely need to go ahead and get that. I definitely need to go ahead and get it because everything's done. All the big expenses that I needed to pay are paid. So let's go. Jim Pell says, okay, guys, I did my thing for the DoMoreLife channel. I got the run. Everyone have a good night. Thank you, Jim. And yes, as always, you did your thing. Very much appreciate it. Very, very, very much appreciate it. Very much appreciate it, brother. Have a good night. And thank you. Love you. Take care. The whole 9 yards. And he says, good night to everyone. Roger is saying good night to him. Cody says, I hit the like button while Steve took a. Let's see. Jeremy promised me new shoes, so contribute. I don't know what Montelli's talking about right now. Cody says, I hit the like button during Steve's 3-minute nap. Yeah, he does that from time to time. A lot of old people do that from time to time. I'm not exactly sure why that is. If you're not a channel member, consider becoming a channel member and go hit the like button. Hit the like button right now. Hit the like button. I want to have some extra free time to go buy this camera, and I still have to set up all this live stream stuff afterwards. So we're going to keep going until we get 40 likes, and we only have 23. Guys, we're going to have to improvise here. Let me see what we got. Montelli says, you guys are bashing and not paying. That's not a good thing. You tell him, Steve. You tell him. Jim says, what Ross was trying to say, Jeremy, is check your settings on your phone. There's a setting on there to update immediately or update every 15 minutes. That's what he was trying to say. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I wasn't aware of that. Later, Jim says, stuck in Florida. Ross says, that's right, Jim. Cody says, old guys fake naps when the old lady starts yapping. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And sometimes yeah, I agree with you, Cody. Agree with you 100%. Old guys do tend to fake naps when the women start to yell at them. It's kind of fun to watch. I enjoy it very much. Montelli says push versus fetch for email. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just to be honest with you, no clue. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that because I have no idea. So, what's this stuff about? Are you experienced if you're still in the house? What's this stuff about? 3 of Maggie's friends looking for a boyfriend, because I am hot on the trail of that for sure. Let them know that I'm interested in meeting any of them at any point in time, and that would be great. That would be absolutely wonderful. I'm looking at. Okay, here's the deal. I'll make you guys a deal. All right. We either, hello, Mr. CA, McDonald's coffee half price, about what it's worth. There you go. Good to see you, man. All right, we're up to 26 likes so far, and I'll make a deal with you. Either we make $24 on PayPal, or we get 40 likes in the live stream before I cut it off and go buy a camera. Hopefully. That's the plan. Ross says, push and fetch are email options. One gets mail as it is sent. The other goes online at set times. One burns through battery life more than the other. Interesting. Ajarn crew. I'm not sure what that means. Montelli says they gotta pay me to drink McDonald's. So you will. I'm not exactly sure what you meant typing that comment out, but that was funny. I hadn't had McDonald's coffee here at all. Not in Thailand. I had it in the Philippines. It was good. It was good stuff. Good coffee. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Frankly, drinking coffee at McDonald's in the Philippines, I thought was amazing because I didn't even know that McDonald's existed in the Philippines. Come on, dude. That's Thai for teacher. He says, I don't speak Thai. In fact, the school I work for doesn't want me to speak Thai. They want me to speak only English and only to the students. But with that being said, Mr. CA, you are correct. As in, I need to learn more Thai. I agree. Learning more Thai is a necessity, somewhat. Let's say, yeah, learning in Thai is a necessity. So, good point. Carl K. Is it true that electronics are almost twice as expensive than the U.S. due to tariffs and imports? They're more expensive over here due to tariffs and imports, but I wouldn't say twice as much. It depends on where it comes from, really. So, I wouldn't say twice. I don't think I've ever seen anything twice as much, like twice as much. I don't think I've seen that. Carl follows that up with, not sure if I should buy a new laptop here or not. I bought a new laptop here. I didn't have any problems. It was pretty cool. Ross says, not true, Carl. They are about 10 to 15% more. There you go. Sounds good. Montella says, what online school did you do? Dude, you're talking to a young man that has the memory of an old man like yourself. And I have no idea what school I did. And I'm not going to get the devil right now. Wait a minute. Hang on. I think I do. Let's see. I think I got it in here somewhere. Full Circle, I think, or Full Sail. I can't remember. Let me look. Why didn't I say that in my favorites? It's kind of stupid. I'm looking for it. I don't know, man. At Full Circle, Full Sail, something like that. Somewhere in that neighborhood, or maybe it wasn't one of those. I don't know. I'll find the picture one day. I'll post it in the members only section. So, yeah, I'll check that out. Wait, Ross says, I have purchased 3 laptops since living here. Asus will have lower costs than HP or Lenovo. That's interesting to know. So it says, comfort the feeble-minded. It's a proverb. Interesting. Montella says, take your time, but don't wait too long. I'm not getting any younger. That's so true. If you guys just joined in the chat, we're having a little kickoff here. We're at 27 likes now, so in order to end the live stream, we have to either have 40 likes or we have to have $24 more in PayPal. Up to you guys. Dracodax. Hey, Jeremy, hope you have a great weekend. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great weekend, sir, or whoever you are. There's no male or female distinguishing characteristics either in your name or on your profile picture. So whoever you are, thank you. You have a great weekend as well. And hit the like button. Carl says, do you have to do lesson plans each day? A lot of prep work before after class. A little bit of prep work, but because the school I teach at now is not like a government school, where I had for 16 months, I had to do that. Lesson plans, a lot of prep work, the whole 9 yards, make my own exams for my class. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Yep, that makes sense since it's a Chinese company. Cody says a nurse asked an old gent for his urine, stool, and sperm sample, so he just handed over his underwear. I love that. Stuck says, Montelli, don't worry. I talked with the Illuminati, and they're going to give you at least a few years. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Montelli says, Cody, that was funnier than speak. Let's see. He says, oh, he says, check your PayPal. Jason, okay, let's check PayPal. Let's check PayPal. $10 from Jason. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Very much appreciated. As he doesn't want his name to give away, I appreciate it. But he did kick in $10, guys. So that means we either have to get 13 more dollars, or how many likes do we have now? 13 more dollars or 10 more likes. 13 more dollars or 10 more likes before the live stream can even begin to end. Thank you very much for that, though, Jason. I really appreciate that very much. Thank you. So I like this comment. You got to get the pun in there from Montelli. Crazy. MetTech says, where is the like button for mobile? You have to hit X to get out of the live stream, and then you'll see the live button, or the like button will show up there. X out of all the comments running up and down, and then hit the like button. Carl K says, why are women not interested in math? Because they're not part of the equation. We got some good jokes going on in here today. If for nothing else, that's funny. Yeah. Stuck says, MetTech, you have to go out of the chat, and it should be on the top right. There you go. He was talking to MetTech and says, thanks, Ross Dunn. Good for you. Good for you. Cody says, you can estimate an elderly man's age by how pissed he is about his electric bill. That's another good point. Another very good point. You guys rock. Absolutely rock. And very much appreciate it. All right, $12 $13 or 9 more likes. It's up to you. Roger, good night, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, and thank you again. You have been a integral part of this channel, and I really got a lot of love for you, man. So thank you. We will remove Roger's comments here, and not remove it, but unhide it, I say. Stuck is giving his condolences to Roger McGee for a good night. I don't blame him. That's a good thing to do. Yeah, I figure if I go get the camera sometime around 1 or so, then I should probably be able to bring it back and charge it up and all that stuff by tomorrow. And hopefully I can do an unboxing video. Now, these are my plans for today. They are subject to change due to the weather, and I say due to the weather because I have a motorbike, and I don't think that the box that this camera comes in is big enough to fit under the NMAX seat. It would fit under a PCX seat, but not under the current one I'm in. What's Cody talking about? Cody says, if a nice old man asks you to zip it, he may not be talking about you. That's hilarious. Let's see here. What we got? And see, there was the 10 sent by Jim earlier tonight. I just now getting these emails. I gotta fix that problem. Definitely gotta fix that problem. Let me see here. He asked me to look at something, so let's see. Got that, no problem. Gonna say something else, but I can't remember what it was. Okay, let me go back to comments. Carl has a camera question. Is it a DSLR camera? What type? No, it is not a DSLR. It is a mirrorless Olympus OMD. Wait, OMD EM1 Mark III. Yeah, it's the new. Stuck in Florida says Cody in Texas. As long as he's not asking me to unzip, we're okay. That's so true, man. Cody says when Steve walks out of museums, the alarm goes off. That's probably the best comment I've heard all night. That's awesome. Hey, we got a new channel member. Jason, welcome to the channel, man. Be sure to go over to the community tab later on my homepage, either on the cell phone or on the laptop, and be sure that you go to all the members only stuff on the tab underneath the community tab, and then it'll drop down and you'll be able to see all the members only chats and all the members only voting, members only photos, and you can get your own DoMoreLife.life email as well. That is amazing. Thank you so much for joining up. Dracodax is what it says. I'll call you Dax for short. That's what I'll do. Dax for short, even though we know your name. Thank you, man. Really, 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 really appreciate that. And I hope you find a lot of value in the channel. And you will, I'm sure. Most people do. 31 likes. We're still stuck at 31 likes. So we need 9 likes, or we need... there's ambulances going by outside. 39 likes or 39 likes, or, I mean, not 39 likes. 9 more likes or $13. PayPal. Woo! That's what we need, and then we will get on with our Saturday. Hang on a second. Good stuff, Ross. I'll take a look at that for sure later on. That might be tomorrow's topic. That was a good one. Montelli says, okay, here we go. Montelli says you have to give Jeremy $10. That's the deal. The mummy reference is worth more. I love it. That's hilarious. Yeah, that was a good one, Cody. That was good. When Steve told me he was 75, I said, no, you're not. Your social security. I said, no, not your social security number. This is good stuff. Oh, wow. I love it. I absolutely love it. Just love it. Just love it. So much fun in here, man. So much fun. 9 more likes or $13. Stuck says, for those that don't know, someone tried to insult Steve Montelli by calling him old. It was like calling the ocean wet. Not much of an insult. Yeah, I know the story, Stuck. I talked to Steve yesterday on the phone, or I think it was yesterday, and he told me little brief summation of what was going on. So I thought it was pretty interesting. That somebody would think that calling him old is going to be somehow offensive to him, when in fact we all know that he's old, so there's no reason for it to be offensive at all. And I'll put that comment up so you guys can see it. I want to thank, we'll call him Dax again, for joining the channel as a member. Really glad you did that. And looking for more channel members, because you guys really are going to get a lot of benefit out of being a channel member. Cody says, oh, here it comes, another Montelli joke. Steve was eating Whoppers when it was named Burger Prince. I hope Montelli's still around in here. I really do, because that was funny. That was actually hilarious. Just a little quick check there. And see if we got $13 or the likes yet. Nope, still $13 short on there. So 9 more likes. I don't think we're going to get 9 more likes, guys. I don't think we're going to get it because we're down to 30 viewers watching now, and most people are starting to taper off, and that's fine. It is what it is. And not getting the $13 is completely okay. I just thought it would be cool to give have a nice round number to leave the live stream with. It was very good. Cody says, I think I'm out of jokes. I'm just winging it now. That's all right, man. Those were some good jokes, dude. Those were some really, really, really good jokes. I enjoyed them very, very much. So that being said, we hit Reekay's his story on how he got to the Philippines. I told you my story in case you've never been to this channel before. This live stream after I told you my story is not typically how we do things, but we do have a lot of clean fun in here. And if you guys are still watching the replay of this at any time, then you should definitely become a channel member because this is the kind of stuff that goes on behind the scenes with all of us, and we really have a good time. So that's all right. We didn't come up, even though we came up short, we didn't come up short. We got 31 likes, which I'm very happy with, and only $13 short of what I had in my head trying to get to. But I don't ever come out and ask for money. I let you guys do that, and the only reason I said so much about the $24 and $13 this time was because I was just thinking nice round number to give the cashier at the camera company the just a nice round number, but no big deal at all. So with that being said, guys, on your way out, hang on, Montelli just said something. He says, calling me old is like calling the sky blue. Wait, I forgot the chemtrails. Did somebody, I hope somebody removed that because I'll remove it. You can't say that with the last word there. Rex says, what did Rex say? Good, man. Let me see here. Good man. Are you saying you're a good man or not? I know you've been in here for a while. Go hit the thumbs up button. I think you did. There's 32 thumbs up now. So that's pretty cool. Cody says, Steve has a good personality. Gonna have to watch his channel more. He has a great, when he sits down and talk about stuff, he doesn't really care about monetization and that kind of thing as much as I do. So he tends to be far more blunt, and it was pretty good. Stuck says, I was waiting for you to read it. Oh, you're talking about the comment? Rex says, I just hit the like button. Thanks. Thank you. Rex, thank you. Thank you very much for hitting the like button. We very much appreciate it. We were going for 40. We're going to get out of here with 33. And it's all good. I hope you guys had a good time on this little moderately serious live stream. I think the first part of it was far more interesting to a YouTube, somebody that's looking up what to do as far as traveling and how they may have get to Southeast Asia and that kind of thing. traveling, becoming an expat in Southeast Asia. I think they'll find that a lot in the beginning of this live stream. But the second part of the live stream was just a lot of fun and games, and we raised a little money, got a new channel member, and got a lot of likes on the video. So I appreciate it very much, guys. I thought this was great, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I should have a live stream tomorrow. If I don't, I will put it in the Facebook group. Sucks that I didn't see much of, but it was fun, JC. It was fun. It was fun. The very beginning has all the information. The second part of it was just nothing but fun. So I love you guys. Thanks to all my moderators. Thank you so much to those who monetarily contributed to the channel and the equipment. Everybody knows that stuff goes to equipment, and traveling does not go in my pocket for rent or groceries or anything like that. So thank you guys so much. And Dax says, I traveled to Thailand last October and your advice was invaluable. Thank you, man. Appreciate that very much. Very much. That's what it's all about. JT says, came in late but tossed you a thumbs up. That's all right, JT. No problem, man. No worries. Got 36 likes, and that's good. I guess the trolls are calling on people to hit the down button because we have 10 dislikes, and there's nothing to dislike about this stream. That's for sure. So JT, maybe you want to consider becoming a channel member. I don't know. Take a look, see what you think. But with that being said, guys, we really had a good stream today, and I really love you and thank you all for it very much. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow with a new camera. Also, Ross, thank you if you're still on. I got your message, and I will definitely be looking at the information and putting it in. Hey, Isaac, PayPal. Yay, he says. Daddy Bob, what's up, Daddy Bob? I'm 80 today. You made it. Good for you, bud. 80 years old. Wow. That's incredible. Happy birthday, man. That's just incredible. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And Isaac Madrano there just sent the $13 for the PayPal. So we got off exactly what we wanted. And thank you, Isaac, for that. That's really special, man. That is really special. Appreciate that so much. I'm going to have a good time buying this camera today. But I really appreciate you guys. Montelli says, well, there's Daddy Bob's. Hang on, let me put up Isaac. Isaac says, PayPal you, and I got it, buddy. Thank you so very much. I just genuinely appreciate that. Daddy Bob says, hi, Jerry. I'm 80 today. I made it. And I'm so glad he made it. Montelli replied to you and said, finally, somebody older than me. Is he really older than you? I don't know. But happy birthday, Bob, and we're glad to have you. Montelli, thanks for coming on, man. We had a good time joking around with you. I really enjoyed this live stream a lot. And all my moderators, you did a great job as usual. Channel members, that is absolutely fantastic that you guys are channel members. I hope you're enjoying being a channel member, and I love that. Cody says that tip will feed the cashier's family for half a week. Awesome. Yeah. Cody's still going at it. But after this live stream is over, and Montelli says happy birthday to Daddy Bob. After this live stream is over, it looks solid outside. It's just overcast. So it looks like I'm going to buy a camera, guys. Wish me luck, and hopefully we'll talk about it tomorrow. Carl says, got it. Sack fellas, enjoyed being here. Carl, I thank you for coming. All my moderators, love you guys. Channel members, love you guys. Everybody that commented, love you guys. Everybody that's been a part of monetary contributions, love you guys. Basically, I just love everybody. And thank you all for being part of the DoMoreLife family. This is a channel dedicated to travel, fun, photography, and education. And that is what we are trying to do here. Whatever you do today, find a way to do more life, and I will likely see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks and much love. Mwah.